La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge. We thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. And Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Well, the Fish fall in Washington on Wednesday afternoon, 10-5. The final score. Nationals get the win over the Marlins. Jack McMullen, Craig Minervini recapping this one on the 10th Inning Show. It was not the Marlins' day from the jump. Yuri Perez allowed a career-high 7 earned runs across his 4 innings. Offensively, it felt like the Marlins did a little bit, but unfortunately it was too little too late. They fell behind 7-0 early in this one. Craig, I want to start with Yuri, and we'll just go quick here.
Yeah.
What'd you notice from Yuri Perez?
Again, the command was poor. The body language was real bad. Right from the get-go, the line drive that Snow perhaps could have caught, maybe not played it defensively, and we saw him kind of react to that. It's a natural reaction, but normally you kind of hold that back publicly. And again, the slider, I didn't think he commanded very well. The off-speed. He landed a few curves later in the game. At least he did get through 4 innings. You thought after the 1, 2, 3, third, Jack, that he might, at least get through 5 and limit the damage. But unfortunately, it was a rough road trip for him. That's 2 starts. We mentioned his ERA goes from about 3.6 to now at 4.6. It was at 3.44 coming in, and he'll go home 4.66 after just 4 2/3 innings of work in 2 starts.
Marlins offense, they looked a bit better today. Obviously, it more than doubled their run total from the previous 2 games. They fell 2-0 on Monday and then 5-2 yesterday, but 10-5 today. They had 10 hits in this one. I know it happened late. What are you looking for the Marlins to recalibrate going into this weekend set against Philly?
Well, a little better effort against the bullpen. They were 4 for 41 here. I know the Nats pen has been on fire, but 4 hits, 41 times up. No RBIs at all against the pen. Didn't do much against the starters either. 7 runs, 16 hits the entire series after scoring 32 runs and 47 hits against the Mets. Find some of that magic against the Mets. Good at bats, deep counts, smart hitting. It was good to see Joey Wiemer get the home run today. And you're right, Jack, much better today. But it's hollow because you came into Washington thinking, coming off that great win, 3 out of 4 against the Mets, that they would win the series at the least.
Yeah.
It's just it was a downer right from Monday on to Wednesday. I want to see him get back some of that mojo.
Craig Minervini, they will be able to catch you on TV pre and post, but it was a blast all season long.
Absolutely.
On the radio.
Thank you, Jack.
All right. When we come back, highlights for you. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
An hour. Runners at the corners, 8-8 game. Line drive right field. Soto going back. He makes the catch in the backhand, but Ramirez will tag up, and he will score. The Marlins lead 9-8 on the sac fly. JT Realmuto now, and maybe Benito.
1-1. That would lift it out to left center field. That's going to get down and plate 1. That might plate 2. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Hicks getting the runaround from third. He will score. He beats the throw. He scores from first base, and Connor Norby gives the Fish some big-time insurance. Marcy at third, Ramirez at first. And Augustine shuffling the 2-0 pitch. That one lifted out to center field. Mullins on the move, ranging back. Cedric Mullins makes the catch. That is plenty deep enough for Jacob Marcy to score from third base. And that's a productive out number 2 at this top of the first inning. A sacrifice fly from Otto Lopez. It opens scoring for the Fish. 1-0 in the top of the first.
Hitting catcher here for the Marlins. Senga, long look at the belt. And the runner and comes home. And it's ripped to left field and deep, and it's going to get over the head. In fact, it's going to get over the wall for a home run. A line drive by Augustine Ramirez. So we wish you the best. 3-0 pitch, ground ball, base hit, right side. A little late start for Hicks. He does get the green light. He'll score easily. And the Marlins have 4 on the board. Hernandez a big turn, but he'll go back to first. It's an RBI for Heriberto, and the boos are coming down here on Kodai Senga and the New York Mets. 4-0 Miami. 30 and that's second in the National League.
0-1. X gets a bunt down third base side. Beatty picks it up on the bare hand. He fires to second, and it's down the right field line. It kicked off the jutted out wall. Sanoha comes in to score, and a throwing error from Beatty plates another. X bunts his way aboard. We'll see how they want to score it, but Xavier Edwards on the misfire from Beatty at the hot corner.
Into the 10th inning show on the Marlins Radio Network.
All right, rolling on here on the 10th inning show. It was a 10-5 loss for the Marlins to the Washington Nationals. Let's run you through the highlights here. Scoring got going in the bottom of the first for the Fish scoring got going in the bottom of the first for Washington against Yuri Perez, the starter for the Fish. James Wood drew a leadoff walk in the bottom of the first inning. Then Dalen Lyles singled out to left field, and Luis Garcia plated two with a two-run single. 2-2. That one lined down the right field line. That's in for a base hit, and it'll plate two. Weimer comes behind it. He fires it back in. Big turn from Garcia at first, but he retreats there. And Wood comes in to score from third. Lyle follows him from second. Hot shot line drive down the right field line and a two-run single from Luis Garcia Jr. Open scoring. It's 1-0 Washington at the bottom of the first. And they weren't done. A former Marlin, Jorge Alfaro, has spent the majority of his career as a Miami Marlin. He ripped an RBI double in his first plate appearance back in the big leagues. On the former Fish, Alfaro played 253 games in a Marlins uniform. And Alfaro clubs one. That's past the shortstop Lopez. That's rolling into left center field. It's a base hit. It'll be extra bases for Alfaro. He's cruising to second base, takes a turn there, and taps the brakes. But Garcia does score from second. It's an RBI double in Jorge Alfaro's first plate appearance as a Washington National. It's 3-0 Nats in the bottom of the first. He wasn't a Marlin at the big league level, but he was a Marlins draft pick and a Marlins prospect. Nasim Nunez won Futures Game MVP as a Miami Marlin. He was selected by the Washington Nationals in the Rule 5 draft going into the 2024 season, and Nunez, back in the big leagues as a September call-up, accomplished a career first in the bottom of the second. 2-1 pitch. Nunez swings and he drills a ball out to right and deep. Weimer is back at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. Nasim Nunez. That's his first major league homer. It comes in game number 75 of his major league career, and he hits it against his former organization. Nasim Nunez again. It was game number 75. He had over 100 at-bats, and that was his first big league bomb. James Wood singled in the plate appearance following that, and Dalen Lyle brought him home ahead of last year. That one in on Lyle's hands. He punches it into right center field. That's in for a base hit, and Wood will come in to score from second. He's around third. He's coming home without a throw. Dalen Lyle, that's a multi-hit day for him, back-to-back multi-hit days, and 3 straight games with an RBI knock. It's 5-0 Washington in the bottom of the second. To tie a bow on the Nationals' run production against Yuri Perez, it was a young third baseman, Brady House, in the bottom of the fourth.
That's hammered to left field. Sanoa going back on this one, looking up. It is gone. 4 rows up. Brady House has just hit his third home run of the season. It's now 7-0 Washington.
Crooked number in the fifth. That came for the Marlins. They scored 4 of their 5 runs in this one in the top of the fifth. And the scoring started with a first for Joey Weimer. 1-0 pitch. Weimer swings. He drives the ball high in the air, out to left and deep. That thing is gone. First Marlins homer for Joey Weimer, and it was a no-doubt shot. 108 off the bat, 403 feet just to the left of the Marlins bullpen, and the 2-run blast gets the Fish on the board. It's 7-2 Washington in the top of the fifth. After Weimer, Sanoha did bounce out. Nice play by the former Marlin Josh Bell over at first for Washington. But then back-to-back singles from the top 2 in the lineup. Xavier Edwards, Augustino Ramirez, Heriberto Hernandez brought them both home. And the 0-2 to Burt. That one flared into shallow left field. That gets in for a base hit. They're going to send Augustine. He's trying to score. The throw is up the third base line, and 2 runs come in on the RBI knock from Heriberto Hernandez. The Fish will get a 9th hitter to the plate this inning and another 2-run single Makes it a 3-run ball game. It's 7-4 after a 4 spot in the top of the 5th, and that'll chase Mitchell Parker from the ball game. So Parker was done. Little push away from the Nationals happened in the bottom of the 6th, thanks to Nasim Nunez again.
Ground ball up the middle by Nunez. Rounding third is Hassel. He's going to try it, and the throw will come not nearly in time. A run scores, and it's now 8-4 Washington. Nunez with the RBI hit, his second RBI of the game.
So Nasim Nunez, he gave the Nats that advantage right back. But then the Marlins clipped into it again to make it a 3-run ball game on a passed ball in the top of the 8th off of Jorge Alfaro. That played at Heriberto Hernandez in the top of the 8th, who reached on a leadoff walk. But then in the bottom of the 8th, Nasim Nunez gave them enough of a difference in this one. And Arias, his 1-0 pitch. That one hit high in the air out to left center field. Marcy on the move. Back to the wall. He's looking up, and it's gone. Nasim Nunez, the former Marlins prospect, has a multi-homer day. He had not had a home run in his major league career coming into play today, but the shortstop for the Nats has belted his second long ball of the afternoon, and that gives Washington a 10-5 lead in the bottom of the 8th. This guy is not a big person by any stretch, and power was not part of his game in the minor leagues or in the major leagues, but lo and behold, a 3-hit, 2-homer, 4 RBI day for Nasim Nunez. Shinosuke Ogasawara, the Japanese left-hander for Washington, came on, and he went 1-2-3 through the fish in the top of the 9th. Another stolen base for Washington today. And Arias, his 1-0 pitch. That one hit high in the air out to left center field. Marcy on the move. Back to the wall. He's looking up, and it's gone. Nasim Nunez, the former Marlins prospect, has a multi-homer day. He had not had a home run in his major league career coming into play today, but the shortstop for the Nats has belted his second long ball of the afternoon. That was the Nunez homer again. But again, Shinosuke Ogasawara went 1-2-3 through the fish in the 9th. And it was also wrote in this one, Marlins do fall 10-5 to the Nats, and the Nats secure the sweep. When we come back, you'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network. Saw that in the Luzardo return this offseason and the Sanchez return.
2-2, a little chopper to second. Coming in is McNeil, throws to the plate, not in time. Diving in is Edwards. And the Marlins also get the benefit of getting Hicks aboard as McNeil went to the plate here at Citi Field. And a ground ball softly hit right side. Backhanded by Alonso. Throws off the glove of Holmes. Rounding third now. And coming home is Liam Hicks. And the Marlins get a run. Johnston will go to 1. He's got 59 RBIs on the year. And a line drive base hit to left field. Rounding third is Johnson. He'll score without a throw. Good response by the Marlins, taking advantage of a Met miscue and some timely hitting too. And the Marlins have 3 in the inning and a 4-2 lead. That was good to see. Hit it hard. Pitch on the way. Driven and over the shortstop's head. Lindor base hit. Hit so hard. Bobbled in left field. Now the green light from Blake Lally. He's run it well, and diving in and scoring is Jacob Marcy, who probably would have stopped if it wasn't bobbled by Nimmo in left field, but that was scorched. And Ramirez drives in the run. The Marlins have the lead.
April.
Otto Lopez is up. Broken bat right side. McNeil fields. Throws to the plate. Slides. Safe is the call at home plate. Liam Hicks went in the back door. Let's see if the Mets will challenge. Have scored 2 still. Only 1 out. He hits one in the air to shallow center. Ramirez going to third. Mullins will grab. Ramirez going to try it. Throw to the plate is cut off. And Ramirez scored. Runner safe at second base. That was very important. The Mets are throwing to third to see if Ramirez left early.
Beatty goes. The payoff pitch is lifted out to center field. That's hanging up for Hill. Long run in for him. Hill dives, and he makes the catch. Derek Hill. This guy covers so much ground on a dead sprint. Radio Network, the Marlins fall to the hosting Washington Nationals 10-5. That is a series sweep for Washington over the Fish. Let's hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, after this one.
After taking 3 out of 4 in Queens, what has flipped the last 3, you think, in Washington?
Well, we didn't play well. Washington played better. They got hits when they needed to. They pitched better. And when we had great opportunities for ourselves offensively, today, double plays hurt us. We didn't cash in and had a chance to, claw back into this game today and make it interesting, and just couldn't get it over the hump. And really, as a whole, we fell in another hole today early on, and so credit to Washington. They played better than us for 3 days, and that's what happens in this league. And that happens, and you lose.
What got Yuri into trouble again today?
Again, it's just the command's not been great. He's behind too many counts, and they took advantage of some pitches that probably weren't located as well, and so it's just part of it. Yuri's going to just have to, keep his head up, go back to work tomorrow. He's not the first starter that's had a couple starts that are tough, and it's more about what you do about it. So fully anticipate and know that Yuri will go right back to work when we get back to Miami and be ready for his next one.
Collectively, what are you searching for as a team? Better starts?
I think all of it. To win games here, you have to – all facets need to do. You need to pitch well. You need to swing the bats, make plays on defense, run the bases, and in this series we didn't do really any of those very well. So come out, and that's how you get swept.
The location with Yuri, do you think it's mechanical? Is it kind of him needing, what do you think attributed to?
I don't know. There's probably always maybe a mechanical aspect to it. I just think right now he's just not making pitches when he needs to make pitches, and walk the leadoff hitter again today. And sometimes the first inning for starters can be maybe sometimes the toughest one. And so today gave up some early today, and again, so I think we'll just go back and Daniel and company will just go back to work with Yuri, and you never get this one back, so it's more about moving forward to the next one.
Talked so much on the other side of things with Gus defensively. For that sequence he had, it seemed like he was trying to talk Yuri, talk him up a bit, and then gets the caught stealing. Just moments like that. Was it good to see, from him behind the dish?
I think we've seen growth in that area from Gus this year, where he feels the confidence to go out there and understand a moment when it's it's an appropriate time to go out and have that conversation. And I think he'll just continue to get better and better with that as he gets out there. But he has, he's shown some growth in that area. That throw he made today was one of his best ones. Nice to see. And even the last one, just if that ball carries in the air, he probably gets another one. So, a couple of strong throws with better exchanges. So encouraging, and we can continue to do that on a more consistent basis.
When you are going through a stretch where you're not getting the key hit and you're not producing with runners in scoring position, how tough is that mentally on a team to keep your head up and keep going?
I think that when you're not winning games, things get magnified. And right now, this series in particular, we just didn't – when we did a lot of nice things to put ourselves in position to score runs, we just weren't able to finish those innings off. And so you just go back to trusting in what puts you in position to build those types of innings, and not trying to do too much, continuing to let the game come to you. And when we've got those moments in this series, it's like we expanded a little bit and just tried to make maybe too many things happen.
How did Weimer impress you on the road trip, particularly offensively?
Yeah, Weimer, it's not too far removed from, having a good start to his career in Milwaukee. There's strength there. He's tough. He's a great teammate. He plays good defense. So nice to see him, get some regular at-bats and be able to come through offensively for us and have some nice games here on this road trip. And hopefully that just gives him confidence to, take that as we, get back home and get ready for Phillies.
All right, that was the skipper, Clayton McCullough. After this one, we will step aside. 10th Inning Show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network. For a home with no worries. That one cracked down the right field line. Soto on the move. That gets in, and that'll plate 2. Wagaman gunning towards second base. He will get in there, and he plates Otto from third and Burt from second. Wag attack with a 2-run double, and it's a point. Also walked a batter. And the 3-0 to Weimer is drilled out to left. It's hanging up for Nimmo, and he misplayed it. He came in, he leaped high in the air, and he couldn't glove it. Wegman comes in to score. Here comes Norby all the way from first, and he scores without a throw.
An amazing 343 start in his big league career. Ground ball right side, base hit. It's through the hole. Scoring is Hernandez. Wagaman is held up at third. And the Marlins get a run. They're sixth of the game. Another RBI for Marcy, 25 RBI.
Been there for it's there.
Yep. Chef Boyardee.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Punch to right center field. Softly, it'll drop for a hit. One run will score, and they will hold up Norby. Wagaman scores a throw to second base as they try to backpick Marcy, who got back in there. 7-2 Miami an hour. Runners at the corners, 8-8 game. Line drive right field. Soto going back. He makes the catch in the backhand, but Ramirez will tag up, and he will score. The Marlins lead 9-8 on the sac fly. JT Realmuto now, and maybe Benito.
1-1. That would lift it out to left center field. That's going to get down and plate one. That might plate two. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Hicks getting the runaround from third. He will score. He beats the throw. He scores from first base. And Connor Norby gives the Fish some big-time insurance.
Pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
All right, 10th inning show concludes now. Marlins fall 10-5 to the Washington Nationals. Marlins unfortunately swept by Washington. Off day for the Fish in South Florida tomorrow. They get going on Friday evening against the Philadelphia Phillies. Game one of a 3-game set. No starter announced for either side. In that one, we know Ranger Suarez goes tomorrow. Could be Christopher Sanchez for Philly on Friday. 7:10 first pitch. Steven Stromitz here with Marlins on deck at 6:30. Huge thank you to Carlos Picari in studio. For Craig Minervini, for Steven Strom, I'm Jack McMullen saying so long from Nationals Park. Final score, Marlins fall 10-5 to Washington. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
From the Estrella Insurance Traffic